reminder of those student lodgings go. The old vicarage must have been impressive even then. Brooke had 3 rooms in this magnificent 17th century house, and with other intellectuals and poets of his day, he'd give poetry readings in his sitting room on the ground floor. Inside, the house has been completely refurnished since Brooke, but the garden is almost exactly as it was. The Folly, which Brooke called the falling house that never falls. Many thought he was referring to the vicarage itself, but in fact he was writing about this mock cottage put here in the 1860s, when a folly in your garden was all the rage. The mill at the bottom of the 3.5-acre garden is also mentioned in Brooke's poem about the vicarage. Doubtless he sat enjoying the same views that we have today. And in the garden itself, great care has been taken to keep things as they were. The house was bought by Brooke's mother after his death as a memorial, and she gave it to Dudley Ward, the present owner's father. Mr. Peter Ward says he's selling because the home is too much work for 2 people. Who were the sort of people that came to the house who knew Brooke?
Oh, Lytton, Strachey, Maynard Keynes, Francis Cornford, the Cornfords, all the poets, intellectuals, all terribly nice people.
I know you were very young then, but do any of them, do you remember any of them very well?
Well, I remember the ones who were nice to me, and I can remember the ones who were nasty to me, who I hated.
Who were who?
Well, Lytton Strachey I hated. D.H. Lawrence I hated, only because they were nasty to me. I'm sure they were really terribly nice people. The Cornfords I loved because they were terribly nice to me. Maynard Keynes was rather distant, and so I was neutral about him. Geoffrey Keynes, of course, who is still around, thank goodness, and comes here quite a lot. Geoffrey Keynes was a great friend, of course, of Rupert Brooke, and he's the last link remaining with Rupert.
Brooke died of septicemia on his way out to battle in the First World War. His view of war was that it was a glorious and a righteous thing. Ever since, scholars have argued the merits or otherwise of his work. Would he always have been a poet? Mr. Ward thinks Brooke would have become a politician, and even Prime Minister.
He was such a tremendous enthusiast and very, very competent and interested in politics and the betterment of mankind. And I think he had the capability of doing that. Is perhaps a slight exaggeration, but he would have been a great man, not necessarily a great poet, I would have thought.
Mrs. Ward, what's going to be your happiest memory of your 30-odd years here?
I think really the garden on a sunny day, a day a bit like this, but even much earlier in the year when the snowdrops are out, which is sort of mid-January to mid-February, is a time when I absolutely love the garden.
The market price for the old vicarage is somewhere around £150,000. But for the Wards, the money isn't important. Mr. Ward wants it to go to someone who'll love the place and care for it as he's done. After all, it was a present to his father in memory of Rupert Brooke. And if Mr. Ward has to sell for £50,000 less than its value in order to let it go to someone who appreciates it, then he says he'll do just that.
Oh, is the water sweet and cool, gentle and brown above the pool? And laughs the immortal river still under the mill, under the mill? Say, is there beauty yet to find, and certainty, and quiet kind? Deep meadows yet, for to forget the lies and truths and pain? Oh, yet stands the church clock at 10 to 3. And is there honey still for tea?